Sunday Igboho spokesman replies Garba Shehu for saying Buhari will not pay the agitators. It was reported yesterday that Malam Garba Shehu claimed that Buhari cannot be bullied or intimidated by the agitators of an independent nation. This was during an event by APC. Replying, the spokesman to the president, Mr. Koiki, said he has the right to reply him and he would make some things clear again. He first began by playing the video in which Garba Shehu was speaking about succession. Recall that a few hours ago, Garba Shehu said that President Buhari will not pay the agitators any amount of money. Garba Shehu had claimed that the past agitators stopped their agitation anytime they were paid some amount of money. Sunday Igboho spokesman explained that Garba Shehu and Lai Mohammed do not understand what the Yoruba people are fighting for, as the two of them keep using succession to describe their agitation. In the live video, Mr. Olayomi Koiki through this question to Garba Shehu, he says, "Which of us have told you that they want money?" He also blasts him for saying that they can't intimidate Buhari. Garba Shehu also received yesterday that when the Southwest governors were asked if they're supporting the succession, they all said no. Sunday Igboho spokesman replying to this, saying that he now knows that none of the governors is supporting them in this agitation. Okay, so yeah, what would you think about this? If you're, what is wrong in these people wanting to actually be in control of their resources? Because I think that's the main thing here, and I think that's where the monetary aspect is coming from, thinking that they want money of some sort. They don't. The fact is they understand that they're being abused, and understand that, you know what, we as Yorubas are not benefiting from this system, so what do? We basically want to have our own. We want to separate. It is not a bad thing. But of course, why would you see it as a bad thing that somebody wants to be, independent from a nation that doesn't benefit them? Logically, it is very clear to see. And so it's like they understand that if we succeed, all the mineral resources will be controlled solely by the people who own them. And that is not what they want, because a selected few is benefiting and exploiting from all of the resources that do not belong to them. Again, power is centralized in the north, as we know. In Nigeria, most of them, they basically run the whole system, and it is very much unfair. Again, I think that Yorubas are going through sort of the early stages of war, I don't want to compare it to IPOB, because IPOB, they've started, or Biafrans, I'd say, started since the country's independence, so it's been a long one. But I think for them, for the Yorubas, it's more or less new, so this might be as intense to them, but in the grand scheme of things, for where they want to go and for what Biafrans have been through, it's merely basic. So let's go to the comment section. The first comment here says, "Is it by force to live together?" I don't know. It's definitely very, very suspicious, because it's like, why? It's not a must. Someone says Garba Shehu thought he was talking to the Amajiris who don't know anything. Wow. It is better we ignore him with his irrelevant statements. Well, we are no more in the past in those area of money for pockets of the politicians, and suffering of the Yoruba people has gone. We know what we need. Exactly. But then again, you don't have to bring up Amajiris. I think there's no point. You can make a point without being disrespectful to the northern people. You know what I mean? Obviously you can have arguments, have different views and all that, but still, someone says, "How many are the governors insignificantly consequential few fraudsters?" Okay. Someone say Garbage Shehu is an educated, literate, and embodiment of failures. It will struck him as a surprise when okay, I don't know what it means. Someone says, "Who is asking Buhari or begging him for money?" Exactly. No one is. The fact is they're begging us for money because they are in control of the resources, and the revenue that comes from the sale, not even the industrialization, oh Lord, from the sale of our resources, primary resources, is going to them. They're not even trying to invest in the secondary or tertiary sector, and it's just a bit, Like they know that they need our resources. That's why they want us to stay together. Why? Because again, if you go back to the foundation being that Nigeria was a deal, it was a contract, it was a money making scheme, and was handed over to the people that they thought they could trust in terms of keeping their people bonded and bound in slavery by the Fulanis. Unfortunately, that is how it is. Go and check your history. Someone says, how can you think the government will support you to gain Oduduwa nation? It's very unrealistic. I mean, come on now. It's very naive. You really think that these people that work under the government, who are under the control of this government, it's like Igbo governors trying to support Biafra. Like, it does it doesn't go together. Unfortunately, it's very sad that the leaders that originate from that land where succession is, being agitated for, those are the ones working hand in hand in government to put their people behind. In my personal opinion, I think that is one of the greatest betrayal of mankind ever. Someone says, this man is reckless with words, like talking to his slaves. Let the north find oil so that the rest regions can breathe some fresh air. They are being choked daily. It's not even that. The governors are helping the choking, very much intent. And again, we are one Nigeria, yes, to them when it comes to the control of resources that do not have to do with anything in the northern part of the country. The fact is, Nigeria, the southern protectorate and the northern protectorate came together. Why? Because the north was not self-sufficient to manage its own economy and feed its own self. And they were like, again, with the greedy, how greedy the British were, their plan was that, you have to even pay us taxes as colonies. Can you imagine? And so it's like, for them, they weren't making any money. So joining the south and the north together, especially as the south was economically very, industrious and had a plethora of resources, it was just a deal so the money can be spread around. And if you make it one Nigeria, cost would actually drop. Someone says Gabasho is on his own. He's not representing the president reasonably well. He's doing enough to get his salary, I guess. Someone says all these scammers remain shameless. True. I wonder, please tell them, what is the population of the said governors compared to the millions of Yorubas that have made up their mind to cut away from Nigeria? Very, very true. I think there needs to be like a mass protest from the side of the people, of the Yoruba people, to the governors, and ask them the real questions. Why are you in the government? Who are you supporting? What side are you on? So we can know, where to go or how to go about being united and having an aim. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.